Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another video. This time around, I'm going to be doing a discussion topic on whether or not Noah could have been saved in the previous episode. Could he have been saved? And yeah, basically, if you guys don't remember, in the previous episode span, he was basically torn to shit, torn to shit. In the previous episode, he was basically in the revolving door of death. So basically, could he have been saved? So after Eugene comes, puts on the DMX music or whatever. I'm pretty no, it's not DMX, not the rapper, but what's it called? EDM music. That's what it's called. After he puts on the EDM music, and the dubstep music, basically, and drives away and takes out and basically takes with him all those zombies who were on the outside of the revolving door, outside the building by the revolving door. Could he have been saved? Here's the thing: the revolving door was basically like an X. So it was basically like an X with Nicholas on one side and Glenn and Noah in the other side with and zombies on another side. And Noah and Glenn are Noah and Glenn, and then you have Nick, and they're opposite to each other. Then you have the zombies like right here. They're trying to get in either side. So I do think Noah could have been saved. I do think there is a possibility. There's two ways, three ways he could have been saved. Well, but it all depended on Nick, and we all know Nick is a piece of shit survivor who, he's basically useless. He's just as useless as Gabriel. He's okay, maybe a bit. He's just maybe a little bit more useful than Gabriel, Father Gabriel. I think he is a bit more useful than Father Gabriel, but not by that much. At this point, Eugene is more useful than him, for God's sakes. He saved Tara and then Glenn and Nicholas, to some degree. So here's the one way he could have survived. One way is if Nicholas, and by the way, this all depends on the fact if Nicholas actually would have stayed calm. We all know he's high-tempered, or he's high-tempered and he gets really nervous and scared easily, which is a problem with this whole thing, and which is the reason why Noah is not saved, and wasn't saved, is because of the fact that Nicholas is nervous as all hell. So, one way is if he would have stayed calm and let Glenn and Noah try to break one of the windows. Now, I don't. Now, here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure those windows were plexiglass, and plexiglass is pretty hard to actually break. Because I believe it's like a material between glass and plastic, so it's pretty hard for them to break. It even seemed like it was pretty hard to break. I mean, maybe they could have shot it, but Glenn did say that Nicholas had the ammo. So, yeah, it's like this. Nicholas has the ammo, but Glenn and Noah have the guns. Nicholas had a gun, but he dropped it outside before he went in. If you guys remember, he was shooting up zombies right when as he was got out, but then they got too close and he went back into the revolving door. So yeah, I do think maybe they could have broken the glass. I do think there is a possibility they could have broken the glass, but I do think it would have taken a long time. And after a while, Nicholas or someone would have gotten tired, and the walkers could have been the walkers could have possibly broken through from the other side and killed Noah, possibly Glenn and or Nicholas. So yeah, now another possibility which I find kind of not astounding, but just a little. It takes a bit more skill. It takes a bit more time, and it takes a bit more patience and calm. Is they could have done it like a pattern. Have on Glenn and Noah's side, have either Glenn and Noah go out first. Now that the walker's out, push it so that the door on Nick's side is a little bit open to the walkers, not enough so they could reach him, but just enough so one of them could squeeze through it. Then have Nick escape from the other side, and then have Glenn or Noah, whoever's left on the other side, go. So it'd be like this. It'd be like and then you have two people here, one person here. Have one of them inch out, go outside. So now you only have one person here. Then have Nick go, and then have Glenn go or Noah, whoever's on that side. I think that would have been smart, but again, that takes that takes more patience and I think a bit more strength. Now, I think the last possibility is if Nick would have sacrificed himself. If he was actually a loyal survivor, if he wasn't such a trashy piece of shit survivor, I think he should have sacrificed himself. Now, he can't shoot himself because, I mean, he has the bullets, but he doesn't have the gun. That's the problem. So it's not like he could put himself out of his misery. I don't think so, because I don't think he had a spare gun. He just had the one. So if anything, he could have just sacrificed himself and said, it's 2 versus 1. You guys go. I'll sacrifice myself. Glenn would have still been distraught to some extent due to the fact that he's never lost someone on a run, let alone two people. Because remember, there's also the fact that Aiden did die previously. Um, so yeah, so I mean that's another possibility that Nick would have sacrificed himself, and maybe would have made the character a bit more likable to some extent. I mean, yeah, then again he is dead, but likable to some extent. Just or give him an honorable death because he has sacrificed himself, or give him or make him somewhat likable because in the previous episode he was kind of a douchebag. So yeah, I mean, I think they could have done that, but then again, Nick, piece of shit survivor, he wants, and also the thing is that he has a kid. Like in the comics, in the TV show, he also has a kid. His son's name is Mikey, I believe. That's how they call him in the comics. I believe he was also introduced in the TV show. So I think that gives him a bit more of a reason to want to survive because he doesn't want to leave his kids or his kid to fend for himself. I mean, then again, he's in Alexandria, and I believe, and yeah, I mean, in the comics, he had a wife. We haven't seen his wife in the TV show yet, so I don't know if they're gonna bring the wife over or not. But that does affect his decision making a bit more because of the fact that he has a kid. He's also thinking about the kid, which that I do understand. When you have a kid or you have children, you have family, you want to survive for them. But still, there has to be a barrier. There has to be a limit. So I do think that Noah could have survived. I do think that Noah could have survived, but the thing is that all depends on Nick and his behavior, and due to the fact that he's such a piece of shit survivor. I mean, then again, he does have a kid, but still, he's basically a piece of shit survivor. Due to the fact that he gets scared extremely easy. I mean, he really doesn't want to kill walkers that much, as we saw in the episode before, in his first episode. He really doesn't want to kill survivors. He just wants to really survive. I mean, he doesn't want to kill zombies. He just wants to survive. He really just doesn't want to die. I mean, no one wants to die in the zombie apocalypse, especially being torn up by zombies. And he doesn't have a gun to put himself out. That's the thing. So yeah, I mean, I guess the thing with the kid does give him a bit more lineage to want to survive, or at least a small extra boost to want to survive. But I do think at the end, if they would have broken the glass, if they would have been able to either A, break the glass, or B, they would have done any of these three ideas: broken the glass, done a pattern where all three of them live, so they all get out the door. Like Glenn first, then Nick, and then Noah, or Noah, Nick, and Glenn, or however the fuck that would work out. Or if he would have sacrificed himself, I do think Noah could have survived. So yeah, but then again, now we know he died, and now Nick is knocked out, and he's gonna probably lie himself. He's probably gonna lie himself out of this one again. Or because he did it a lot in the comics, he lied himself to get out of trouble, so he'll probably do it again. So yeah, that's basically it for this discussion topic. What do you guys think? Do you think Noah could have been saved? I think he could have been saved, as I said before. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the fact, do you think that Noah could have been saved or not? And what are your thoughts on Nicholas as a whole, as a character? Maybe if he survives longer, I may do a discussion topic on him, just to rant on his ass. That'd be hilarious. And yeah, aside from that, comment down below, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Follow me on Instagram, Daniel Mart. And aside from that, that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.